All right, welcome to Streaming the Insanity, XCOM Enemy Within. These are going to be the virgin sessions. What that means is that, don't worry, fathers, you do not need to lock up your daughters. Rather, this is going to be the first time that I touch this game, and therefore, if you haven't seen it yet, then you can enjoy the experience for the first time with me as well. Double team, if you will. So we're going to jump right into it. I should say I have played a good amount of Enemy Unknown. Like I said, I have zero experience with Enemy Within. I have consumed some of the information that was going out about this expansion when it came out, but I have not, and I'll divulge that information that I know as it pertains to the game itself. I do not know a good deal about it though either, so we are going to be learning some new things together as well. So we're going to kick it off right away. We're playing on Classic because screw that normal nonsense. For good or bad, this is going to end one way or the other. Either way, we will take the virgin sessions all the way through until that happens. We don't want the tutorial on. I know how to play. I'm going to make the assumption that you are familiar with XCOM Enemy Unknown too. If you aren't, I do have an extensive series out there on that I have not actually finished yet, but maybe I'll do that. We'll keep the meld tutorial on because I don't really particularly know much about it other than the fact that it's a resource. Operation Progeny. That must be something new. I don't recognize it. Operation Slingshot I have been through before. We'll leave it on just in case you haven't seen it. Ironman we're definitely turning on because that's the way XCOM was meant to be played. And Reduce Beginner Voiceover, which basically allows Dr. Valen to shut the hell up when I choose to blow up enemies instead of otherwise. Yeah, we're going to reduce that because... yeah, like I said, we're going to make the assumption that you've seen this game before. Taking a look at the second wave options, you know what, I'm going to play it so-called the way that it was intended to be played for the first go at it here, especially since there's a considerable amount of new content here. So let's see here. I guess that pretty much means that we're ready to start our game. I'll kick up the game audio when it's stuff that we haven't seen before. If it's stuff we've seen or stuff that I'm not sure if we've seen before, I'll let it play out and shut the hell up. So I don't know. I don't want the tutorial experience. So I have no idea if this beginning cutscene will be any different or not. So we'll kick up the audio on it.
Of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Well, if there was anything there or that was new, I have no clue what it was. So, not such a big deal. Yeah. Okay. So, biggest decision of the game is where we want to start. Maybe not the biggest decision, but it is a very impactful decision. It looks like the bonuses have not changed from enemy unknown. So we're gonna take our all-in continent bonus of increasing funding by 30%, because the truth is all of these things are beneficial, but they're all very specific, whereas money is kind of universally useful in this game, so we're going to stick with that. And we're going to jump right into our first mission. I should mention, this is my first time really playing it on the PC, so if I mess up something due to user interface, I apologize for that. That very well may lead to an error or two. I should also mention that this is going to be a YouTube exclusive, which is a fancy way of me saying that I have some extenuating circumstances at the moment and cannot stream. I do suspect that the large part of this experience should remain largely available via our stream on twitch.tv, so you should definitely check that out for future use.
It does not appear to be the same type of pod we've seen used by the aliens during their abduction operations. We may gain new insights if we recover it.
Okay, so...
Be advised, Commander. Intel confirms enemy activity in this area.
Okay, it's E and Q that are going to allow me to rotate left and right. That's good to know. Okay, and does that... Okay, so yeah, way to make it a little bit obvious what we're going to do. So it looks like we're going to get a free meld canister. Right click must be execute. Okay, good to know.
Device of some kind. We can only assume it has an internal self-destruct mechanism like the other alien equipment, although it must have already been disabled somehow.
So meld is largely a new currency in the game.
Like this one in the area. The more we can recover, the more we'll learn about what's inside them.
Meld is... Jeez, would you people shut up? Maybe I should have left that tutorial off. Okay, so they're explosive, and it's going to serve for a new currency that we can play around with. What that really means is that we get to make super soldiers coming up, moving forward. So it basically also adds in the desire for you to move around the map in a slightly faster fashion, which was largely a way to get yourself killed in earlier, or in Enemy Unknown. Moving ahead very slowly was a fantastic way to ensure that your characters would live perfectly fine. So we're going to do a little bit more dashing, a little bit more aggressive play, because there's a limited amount of time that meld remains on the map, so we want to take advantage of it as much as we possibly can. I believe that gold stream that we just saw there is a way to kind of predict where meld will be, which is not all that different than, like, say, how the what's the word for it? When the aliens make noise, and you can kind of detect them that way. So, okay, so that's going to reveal some aliens. Well, all we have is our puny little rookies right now. So we're kind of limited in what we can do, but we'll see what the attack is. 45% is not a great shot, but we're going to take it anyway. And of course miss. And evidently not even do enough damage to break that window. Oops, wrong key. So there's not necessarily a ton of stuff we can do right here, so we'll probably just set up some Overwatch traps in the hopes that they will have to deal with that. Is this good enough to be flanking? It is. Let's see if we can get a nice shot in there. 65% is obviously a lot better than 45%, but my guy still can't hit the broadside of a barn, which is kind of like the norm for XCOM, really. So... yeah, this guy can't get real... I keep doing that. This guy can't really get in a particularly good position. Good enough to take a shot, though, so let's see what that looks like. 45%. 3 people shooting at 45% or better should really mean that I hit, but, of course, that's not the case in XCOM. I'm going to move up. Will I get an Overwatch? I will not. Oh, they're going to take an Overwatch. That's intriguing. Take a shot here. It looks like it's going to be a hit, you lucky sons of bitches. Okay, so we want to avoid moving if at all possible. The question is can we potentially get a grenade in there? Because despite what Dr. Valen says, which one is on Overwatch? Is there a way for me to see that? No, that's not what I mean. I'd like to mouse over this guy and see which one's on Overwatch. Does that not work? No, I guess not either. Okay. So there may or may not be a way to do that. I'm not quite entirely sure, but if you do know the answer to that, I would love, you know, a comment in the comments section. That would be largely helpful. But I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, of course we don't want to necessarily blow stuff up because, well, that means that we're less likely to recover weapon fragments, which are obviously useful, but the truth is that I also want to make sure that guys live because squads are your biggest resource in this. I'm also putting a priority on the meld because, hell, we haven't seen that before, and it would be nice. Okay, 45% chance for the 4th time is going to be good enough for the kill, so that's good to see. Good to see. So we're going to continue to move in the direction of that meld. It looks like this is largely safe, so we are going to use a dash to get up here. We will take the full cover. Hopefully this doesn't reveal anybody. I guess I would be extremely surprised if it did, considering. But, you know, we'll deal with it how we must. Okay, so I have 5 turns to get to that and recover it, which we're going to obviously make a very large priority. There is glass right there, or a window right there, excuse me, so I can move through there. I could theoretically go out this door here, but I can't quite get close enough for cover, so we'll make this movement instead. And it looks like right now we're pretty good. We're going to leave that person to decide what we're going to do later on. Actually moved a little bit. Man, I'm not used to moving this fast already. But, you know, that's kind of what I was potentially expecting might happen there. Wow, I don't know how we saw that person. Okay. They're going to... Oh, there are windows on the backside there. So that is an interesting predicament. I'm not quite sure how to deal with that. I could move this person up in the hopes that an Overwatch would happen, but not a huge fan of that. This person can see someone. Who do we got here? 45%? We want to trust it? I think we do. If we can get a kill here. Nope, not good enough. I was going to say if we can get a kill there, that would be sensational. And not a ton of places to hide here, so I guess we'll move up over this way and go into Overwatch. And that melt canister could prove more difficult than I want it to be. But who knows? Yeah, I think we're going to dash just so we can get in there and get ready to go. If he dies, so be it. Oh, goody. That guy is now outside of cover because the building sucks. Got an Overwatch shot. We going to get lucky enough here? Nope, of course not. I don't ever necessarily expect Overwatch shots to work, but I do believe that if we can clear the enemies from the map, any remaining meld canisters become ours. Hey, he lives. That is fantastic. Gonna get a shot here. Oh, 4 damage. That's gonna be kind of painful. That person is going to be near impossible to flank. This person is going to be near impossible to flank. I don't think I'll get a flanking shot from there. Yeah, we're gonna move, because if you die, you die. Nope, no flanking shot. Yeah, that's right, you do have to be past the plane that they're actually getting defense on, but what's our... still only 52% from this location. That kind of sucks. There's somebody else that can potentially do a little bit better than that. You still have a grenade. You do not have a grenade. And you have a grenade. So we could go for the automatic kill. This is not a dash. That should be well within grenade range, I would think. But we will open the door and take a look and see what our shot is first. 51%. Not a huge fan of that, so let's try our grenade for a pretty much guaranteed kill. Which, until we can start leveling up, make our guys a little bit more useful, that may continue to be the case. Like I said, they love to warn you about how you shouldn't be doing that, but the truth is that sometimes keeping your guys alive is just flat out more important. In fact, most times keeping your guys alive is just flat out more important. So, actually, I should probably take a look. 29% is not good enough. Who else do we have left to perform here? You're not going to be able to get a flanking shot, so it's really just you. You have a grenade. But ideally, I'd like to move her back to cover just in case, so we'll take this grenade shot, which will be good enough to kill them, but not us. Which is really always the goal. Them, not us. And if I move back here, this should prove to be a defensible position, as well as within range of that meld for the next turn. And we will be able to put one person on Overwatch. More building destruction. Looks like we're gonna oh no, sorry, that was the car. I thought we were gonna have somebody show up that wanted to fight us. Well, that's not a very... I thought it would reset the view there, but I guess not. Okay, Duff, aka Red Shirt number 1. Get up there and recover that canister. Okay, so we still have an enemy left. Oh, no. I guess when it's on screen, you have to recover it.
I'm sure the doctors will be eager to get started.
Well, that seems like a relatively good start to the whole Virgin series. 4 characters live. All the meld is collected. You're like, hey, come talk to me. This is the part where we walk around and talk to everybody. I'm largely guessing that this is going to be the same, so we're going to just skip right on over that. And here's our squaddie, Christine Becker. And of course gets the... is going to be a heavy, so I get the rocket ability. And then we've got our support. And of course our run and gun, assault. And then this should be a sniper. Fantastic. Do have a couple people wounded. Our assault is gravely wounded. Poor Tracy.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting
blah.
orders.
Oh, this is new. New research meld recombination. That must be the thing that starts you off on everything. So we will probably do that right away. I don't care what you have to say, Dr. Valen.
Commander to engineering. Commander to engineering.
Yeah, I think we're gonna... Hey, I want to see the new stuff, so we're going straight after it.
The most pressing of our current research options. We'll begin immediately. I will notify you when a complete report is available.
Alright, thanks. I appreciate that, lady. Engineering is probably going to be largely the same. Let's see what our build looks like. It's kind of an unfortunately far location for Steam, but what can you do? Obviously, we're going to want to excavate that right away. Can't build a satellite uplink because we don't have enough engineers. We do, however, have enough power, so we don't necessarily need that immediately. And besides, it would probably be in our better interest to put the power more over on the right side. Oops, didn't mean to back out of that. What are our other choices? Just 2 generators and satellite uplink, which means I believe we need to collect an engineer before we can build a workshop, which is fine. Is it worth building the access lift right away? I think it might be. We'll get some more money. Well, it'll cost us more money, but that will enable us to get to the Steam a little bit faster, so maybe we'll do that. Shut up about mission control. Fine, I'll go see your mission control nonsense. I don't want to really do that right now, though, so leave me alone. I've played this game before, yo. What is this? An extra $10 every month. I guess that's not a terrible thing. It's really not. So yeah, I think we're going to do that right away. That costs us 2 power, which will take us up to 24. And I think we needed 5 for the second satellite uplink, right? Yeah, 5. So that's still totally fine. So we'll go ahead and start that work. Back out of this. We, of course, need to see our soldiers, and their normal names won't do, so we have to give them new ones. Well, Mr. Samuel Ellis. And really, you know, I like to thematically name my squad, so in this case, we're going to do it after the people that could survive the most alien incursions possible, the cast members and crew members of the Firefly, or ship named Serenity, so... Yeah, we're going to definitely do that, but, you know, they might not be able to survive on television, but they can certainly survive an alien invasion. I guess we'll find out. This is going to be the best support around Mr. Ron Glass, otherwise known as Shepherd Book, and we will give them fitting nicknames when we have that capability. And who else do we have? Christine Becker. Well... She looks like she might be a little feisty, and she is a heavy, so... I guess we'll use Morena. Yeah, we'll do that one. Little feisty Morena. And I'm probably going to butcher her last name, but I think it's Bakarin. And that is, of course, Inara. Then... who else do we have? Oops. So those are our 2 up there, and we have a sniper who is Bernard Vogel. But I am... I think that has to be good old Alan Tadjik, who is, of course, Wash. And then, who do we have left here? Tracy Duff Assault, who we will otherwise name Jewel State, or Kaylee. If you're wondering why we don't have a Captain Mal Reynolds, or otherwise known as Nathan Fillion, well, that's because maybe I'm him. How about that? Yeah, we'll go with that. Why not? So we got a ship list, blah, blah, blah. I can't even go to the situation room yet, so I must have to do something else. Mission control. We're going to scan for activity. Oh, no.
Commander, we've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
Okay, the only one that we care about right now is France because it has more engineers. That is the single most important thing. Oh, actually, before we start that out, though, we should back it up. I don't think... Is there anything we can buy right off the bat? I guess it's worthwhile to build a med kit right off the bat. And then also... Oh, I can't see the situation room. That's right. Then ignore me. Ignore me. We are definitely going into mission control. Yes, we want to do alien abductions. We're going to France. Even though it's difficult, we need those engineers. And we have somebody in here who's a support, which is, of course, Shepherd Book. And Grenade is not what we want for him. He's going to play the role for real. Take a med kit. And then that's about all we can do, so we're going to launch the mission. Oh, I got a couple rookies. I forgot. A couple red shirts. Or brown coats, as it were. You notice we're going to intentionally leave all of the armor brown, so it's very fitting. Probably do one more mission in this episode, and I'll record a couple more before we get... before I probably am able to stream, so hopefully these will all be out pretty quick. Of course, we're going to begin our assault.
France is sending an urgent mission request.
I don't care about your book or your briefing. Excuse me, booking. I got Shepherd Book on the brain. I will say already that like switching from the PlayStation 3 version to this, man, load times, frame rates, everything is much improved. I'm not quite sure why I bought into the PS3 version at first, but this is definitely the de facto way to play this game. I can't speak to the Enemy Within version, but I have to imagine that it hasn't changed terribly.
Don't take any chances.
I'm not sure how to zoom out with this control scheme, but I wanted to get a general idea for the dimensions of the map. Looks like there's quite a bit of stuff off to the northwest, so I think that'll be the direction that we move first.
I'm on the move.
And our heavy's fine, so we'll move up red shirt number 2.
Okay.
Take a look inside here real quick. And that seems to be a totally safe place to be, which is good. And then we will actually... I don't think we want to dash. Yeah. We're just going to bring this person up to a place where they will likely not reveal anything.
Moving.
And then do a bunch of overwatches. Again, making the... oops, not stabilize. Oh, it's weird that they don't keep that in the same location. I'm going to have to be careful of that, I guess. Again, making meld a priority here. We want to see the new stuff. Okay, so it looks like that is going to be the direction of our first meld canister. Actually, you can kind of see it there, I think. If I'm seeing that properly, that looks like that is what it is right there. I do know that there is a limited amount of time for all of these things to be there, regardless of whether or not you've revealed them. So it'll be kind of interesting to see if, you know, if that time speeds up, or, you know, I'm not completely familiar with all of those mechanics, so it'll be kind of interesting to see that stuff evolve as we play through this Virgin series right here. So we're not going to see anything there. You can go into Overwatch, and then we're going to bring somebody else up.
Aye, aye.
That seems largely safe too.
That's affirmative.
Bring up Anara with her big heavy gun. Actually, we're going to do this. Nope. I will refrain from doing that. My first instinct was to do that because it would be safe, but I don't know that. Looks like this is going to be safe. Nobody is I did it again. Nobody has actually seen around that corner yet, which is why I say that it's not automatically safe. I was going to try and gain some position by moving straight up into the middle of this wall, but... Oh, and it looks like we might have found the second meld canister, too. Again, making that a priority. That's the furthest person over here, so we'll take a look around this corner first, see if we see anything. Nothing? Good to know. How about up here?
Weapons free.
Alright, so we got contact on our first aliens here. Can't see him from this location, so I'm going to actually go into Overwatch. You can stay in Overwatch. You bring up here. Who can't see him either. And then bring up another red shirt to get prepared. Oh, wow, only 2 turns left to get that. I believe that means that I only have 1 more turn to go. Basically, that I'll only have 1 movement turn, because I don't think that goes down to 0. If that goes down to 1 before my next turn, then I definitely need to go after it immediately. Boy, that seems fast. That could be potentially difficult moving forward. Yep, this is the turn where I have to get that if I want to. So, first of all, is it even possible? Oh, that's not the right player. There.
Solid copy. Alien object in sight.
Oh, and I have access to the other one. Oh, I should probably make sure that I collect it. And the other one is up there. That could be difficult. Maybe, I guess. Let's see. No. Wrong key. Let's see if I can lob. This might actually be a non-issue if these 2 are close enough together. This is something new. This nice, beautiful highlighting of what your grenade is actually going to hit. Super useful. Yeah. We're making the meld a real priority, so we're going to try and kill these guys as quick as possible so we can move in the proper direction to go after that said meld. So yeah, we're going to get a little vanguard with our movement here. And I'm eerily okay with that. Gosh, I'm so used to being like super slow at this game, so it's really kind of awkward to play it in this manner. I don't think I want to jut him out too far and have him reveal too much, so we'll just step up a little bit going to Overwatch. It should not take me that long to get over there, but I do want to do so in a kind of... That's going to be the semi-blowing up. I do want to do so in a very, methodical way at least. Just because I want to move fast does not mean that I want to take unnecessary chances. So we're going to do this, see if we can get a peek inside that building at all. Yep. Thought that might happen. Now, if I can get lucky with the directions they move, guess not. What's our shot look like? 25%, 25%. Not good, in other words. Let's see if we can get somebody else. This is going to prove to be quite difficult to gain any real positional advantage here without a dash. So what we could do is try and remain out of sight on our dash so that hopefully they need to at least move to take a shot at me. Still not entirely sure on what I want to do with that unit yet. And of course we want to move towards that meld canister. Oh, naturally, I can't get the side of that I really want, so I'm going to have to take this slightly worse side. I don't think this is... Oops. I don't think that this is going to be a particularly good shot. 30%, can't even hit the other one, so I think the right answer here is actually to smoke up our friends over here. Smoke up might not be the best description of it, but that's what they're going to do anyway. And I only seem to be able to go after one of these guys with a grenade with that particular unit. Who else do I have left to go? It's just these two. Going to actually come over here. Can't see from here. Can't fire a rocket because I've moved, so we'll go into Overwatch. And you, I think, in an effort to preserve the collectibles. God, it's only 25%. Never mind. We're going back to the grenade strategy. That's right. Pitch it right through that window. Just like it's not there. Or over the window, I guess. That's kind of weird. And hopefully this cover of smoke will enable us to get a little bit of extra defense here. Naturally, you just back up. Just gonna... Wow. Okay, so they actually retreated almost entirely. Let's see if we can take another red shirt. See if we can get a shot here. At the very worst, get in full cover. Yeah, well, we can take a shot from here. Still only 25%. Not great. Can make her much harder to hit with a hunker down. Let's see here. I mean, the way that... I mean, you can see the defense is 40. I believe hunker down... What does that do? Doubles cover bonus. So the cover bonus from that, I don't... target information. Does that give me cover? No, it doesn't tell me that. I forget what the cover is, but that makes this person sensationally hard to hit. Which might be worthwhile if we can set up another character with an Overwatch. But technically he doesn't need to move in order to shoot at us there, so... Oh, what to do. Well, I guess first let's find out if we're going to run into more issues coming over here towards the meld, and it looks like we are not. So actually you can go on Overwatch. So then it looks like we can dedicate all our resources to... oh, can I don't really want to sneak a rocket in there. That seems like a... I really should take something away from the aliens here. I'm not going to get a shot from there, but we can go into Overwatch. This character can move into Overwatch. Cannot see from here, so we're going to... Actually, this is what we'll do. We'll Overwatch, and then we're going to bring our own character back in order to try and bait movement out of them and nullify that full cover bonus that they have, which was absolutely good enough to work, and it totally worked out in our favor. Fantastic. I don't know if that's going to be the end of the mission. Maybe not. Maybe I have to collect this meld canister first. I have exactly this turn to do it. Should not obviously be an issue. Is that going to be the end of the mission? It is not. We have more aliens afoot. So I guess the question is, where else can we go on the map? There's a good chance that they're in this building over here, I guess. So we'll start moving in that direction. May or may not be right on that, but
Good copy. Moving on target.
what can you do? That might not have been necessarily worthwhile, but whatever.
Got it. Moving.
See, in that building a little bit, we're going to come up here to where I think I'll largely be safe, mostly because I'm in the middle of the wall. You have any indication of where they might be? Okay, so it looks like they're off in that direction. We will be moving towards that. I want to know, so we're going to pop open this door, see what we see. We see no aliens, but we also see a large dark spot in the middle of that map. So, going to Overwatch there, because everybody else is going to come up in the rear. Oops. Actually, let's take a look here and see if we can... We've already collected all of the meld, obviously, so that's not an issue. We're going to go for the simultaneous breach. I'm not going to fly open that door yet, though, because neither of these characters will have a shot from there. And bring this one over to prep. Okay, so we got our aliens. Fantastic Overwatch. Okay, and they're going to pull back into the other building there. So I think what we want to do here, there is the potential that they would come back into this room. They need to come back into this room in order to fire. Oh, no, there's a big, wide opening there, I guess. So, yeah, I think we come over here and see if we can snag a shot. Oh, and we did trigger a couple more guys. Please get into locations where I could capitalize with my other breaching team there. We'll find out, I guess. 52% chance, that's good enough for government. Good enough for a kill.
No longer a threat.
And Inara is kicking some major behind. So, but we still have this unit. Step into full cover here. I want to get a bead on where these guys are. The other one is back in this corner here. I can take a shot from here. I am not good at the PC controls yet. 45% chance. Probably good enough. Wow, red shirt. Was that a red shirt, I guess? I guess I don't know. So no surprises on the inside, but unfortunately they can't seem to jump that stupid little railing there, so this is going to be less effective than I was hoping for. But what can you do? 20/20 hindsight, right? So we've got an Overwatch there. He's in cover. I don't know if we can flank. Probably not. Their chances are going to be pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot right there. This unit is largely not helpful right now. Oh no, I'm incorrect. I can get a full cover shot with Inara. I totally forgot about the reaction shot, and that was a horrendous miss out of the alien, which I'm not surprisingly totally okay with. And of course we'll take a shot. 34 and 47. Neither of those are great chances, so in this case I think we're going to actually just swap to a frag grenade. I really don't want to lose another unit, so I'll just pop this one out there, destroy that wonderful telescope that's right in the middle of this building. I'm sorry, but when defending against alien invasion, you can't be worried about science. Actually, you totally can. But what can you do? So Shepherd Book is going to come in here and hopefully get a ridiculously good shot at this sectoid being right next to him. Thank you for 100%. 100% anything in XCOM is a fantastic thing. So I think we're actually going to take a moment here and we're going to call that an episode. I'll record at least one more, maybe two more before I'm done with this session. So again, 2 or 3 exclusive YouTube things, and then after that you can follow us on Twitch. If you like this video, want to see more content, want to help me get out there, please do a like and subscribe. And again, also follow us on Twitch if you want to see one of these things get recorded live. And with that, we'll see you next time.